Three things I love about my job as being a cop. Number one, I love arresting people. Number two, I love tasering people. That's what I live for. Number three, I love stealing their cars.
Nope, not mine, but it's still now.
But, I actually survived a Wookiee camp. People made fun of me. My nickname is Brownie. And they call me Shorty too. They make short jokes, and I don't like it because I don't like being short. And the worst part about it is they tell me to grow up and act my age. I can't act my age because I'm young. And they tell me to grow up, and I don't like people telling me to grow up because this is the only size I'm going to be. I'm going to be like a little person.
Size of the...
I'm going to be like 4 foot something, right? So, don't you hate it when people tell you that, to grow up? And,
yeah, most likely Quagmire.
So, I got in trouble. I accidentally tasered my boss. I told somebody a little trick. Like, they wanted me to teach me how to use a taser, right? So I accidentally used it on my boss. I'm like, freeze! Bzzz! Like, crap. So that's what we say. Everyone says crap to me because I'm brown. So everybody looks when they say crap, they don't even at me. They look at me, they're like, oh crap, here comes the shorty. Oh, like, you know what I mean?
And don't forget Quagmire.
No, I don't like it because everyone calls me crap. And I'm not crap. I'm just brown. I have...
What about Quagmire?
No, I don't like it. So,
Do you have a problem sometimes when you're laying on the beach? Do cats come by and try to cover you up in the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like it. People tell me I'm burnt. I don't like it.
Hey,
Have you heard my parents, guys?
Hey, Brownie, I didn't know there was,
my
the
parents-
New York State was named after brownies.
Okay, my parents, they make fun of me. They're like, hey, Andrew, you're so full of crap, you're brown. I don't get it.
That's clueless.
Like, that's kind of mean. Like, my mom threw a bottle at me because I sound like Justin Bieber. When I was singing, I'm playing the guitar. Okay, so back to the police officer thing. So I learned how to taser my boss, which is nice. I didn't get fired from that. So I stole my first person's car. She was speeding on the highway 401, 100 miles per hour in an 80-mile zone on the highway. So I go over to the ma'am and I go over to this person who I don't even know, and I look at her and I'm like, ma'am, and she looks at me and she's like, hey, shorty.
Hey!
So I was like, hey, ma'am, I like your car. Do you know that you were speeding on like a 401? You were speeding like 100 miles per hour in an 80 miles per hour zone.
I didn't know.
So she looked at me and she's like, well, I was trying to be like you guys. I was racing for Timmy's.
Oh,
I
I'm
was like,
sorry.
we do not race for Timmy's, okay? We may be legitimate, make an excuse to go to Timmy's, but we don't legitimately like race to Timmy's. Like that's like for emergencies. We don't. Hey, we're under emergency. Everybody, let's go to Timmy's. Let's fake an emergency, okay? We're just gonna walk a person.
After donuts.
Yeah, that's probably what they do.
Donuts.
They probably like get a person in the back seat and say, "You're going to Timmy's with us. I'm gonna handcuff you, and you're gonna stand there in line." Okay? So I found out it was a Dodge Charger. I love Dodge Chargers. I collect a lot of Dodge Chargers, so my wife is very, very angry with me when I come home with someone's car. Every night, she looks at me. She's like, Andrew, why do you bring cars into the garage? You have so many cars. I'm like, it's my car collection.
Dude!
What am I supposed to do? Confiscate? I love confiscating cars, okay? I love taking cars. What's another man's car is another man's treasure.
Good spot to end it right there.
Yeah, yeah.